right, so let's just come to a comfortable seat. If you have a block at home, go ahead and grab one, or a book or something you can use as a block. If not, no worries. You can just pretend you have a block. Okay, so if it's not comfortable for you to sit cross-legged, maybe you need to sit up on something, a cushion, a bolster, or that block. The idea is if your knees are way up like this, you're trying to get your hips about the same height as your knees or higher even. And sometimes just sitting up on something is the only way you can do that if your hips are tight. All right. So we're just going to start to ground down into the sit bones. Maybe moving back and forth just a little bit, finding those sit bones. And then start to root them down like you're pressing them into the ground. And inhale, see if you can lengthen the spine. Now soften the shoulders down the back. Close your eyes. We're just going to start to slow the breath way down. Okay, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And on every single inhale, see if you can find a little more length in the spine and fill your body all the way up. And on every single exhale, see where you can soften and let go of some tension in the shoulders, the jaw, the eyes. See how long you can hold on to each breath. Just take two more really deep, slow breaths right here, just like this. And then we're going to do a little alternate nostril breathing. Okay, so you're going to bring your right hand, your 3 middle fingers come down, your thumb covers your right nostril. You're going to inhale through the left nostril. You'll exhale here as well. After each exhale is when we switch. So now switch, cover that left nostril with your pinky. Inhale through the right. We'll exhale here too. And then we'll switch. Inhale through the left. Exhale here too. And then switch, keep it going. Switching after each exhale. See how long you can hold on to each breath. See if you can still use the inhales to find length and the exhales to find softness. On your next exhale, make sure to empty every last drop of air and then bring your hands down into your lap. Close your eyes. Now open your eyes just a little tiny bit, finding this soft, diffused gaze down the nose and start to become super aware of everything outside of you. And notice that just by becoming more aware of what's outside of you, you automatically become a little less aware of what's going on in the mind. It's like we're always having to choose where to put our energy or our awareness. And as soon as we become really present, really aware, the mind slows down, stops trying to grab your attention as much. See if you can feel that and follow that. All right, now we're going to bring the hands onto the shoulders and lift the elbows as high as the shoulders, but keep the shoulders soft. And we're going to twist to the left as we exhale abruptly through the nose, like breath of fire. And we'll come back to the right. Every time we go to the left, abrupt exhale through the nose. Don't worry about the inhale. It'll just happen because we're not trying to go like, because that's hyperventilating. We're just going exhale, exhale, exhale. Okay. Every time you go to the left, keep the elbows as high as the shoulders. Keep the shoulders soft. Keep lengthening through the spine and softening through the shoulders. You might start to pick up the pace, but you're really just trying to work the spine. And sometimes if you go too fast, you'll start using other muscles like your core or even your arms to initiate the movement. And we're trying to really strengthen the spine here. So you should start to feel some fatigue in the spine if you're doing it right. If you're not sure, slow it down a little bit and just make sure that that's where the movement is starting from, is from the spine itself. If you start to feel comfortable and you want to go faster, more vigorous, go right ahead. Maybe you even want to exhale on both sides if that feels better to you. Ten more seconds. 3. Slowly come back to center, float your hands into your lap. Open your eyes just a little bit, soften the shoulders, soften the gaze, find that awareness and just feel the energy starting to move around a little bit. All right, now yogis say that we measure our effective age not by the amount of years we've lived, but the way we can stand from a seated position. So we're just going to do a little check-in today just for your own sake. And we'll do this periodically so we can make sure that we're getting younger, because that's a thing when you do yoga. So just from your cross-legged seat, see if you can come right up to standing. If not, no worries. If you have to use your hands or come onto the knees or roll to the side, no problem. Try it a couple times. Just make a mental note of where you're at today. And as you start to strengthen the spine, you'll start to notice a difference here. And actually, I think I messed up my words there. Yogis say that you measure your age by the strength and flexibility of your spine. But I was just recently realizing that that kind of lines up with a lot of things they're saying now, because at this seminar recently, they were talking about how you can stand up from seated shows your effective age. And I was thinking that was kind of same. So let's come to that standing position at the top of the mat. All right, start to press down into the feet. Your big toes are touching, your heels are slightly apart. Now spread your toes out and press down into the feet and see if you can inhale, grow a little taller. Your palms are facing forward. Exhale, see if you can grow visibly softer. Relax the shoulders and the face. Now keep that really soft, diffused gaze down the nose. Keep that heightened sense of awareness. See if you can commit to staying with each breath as long as you can. And on every single inhale, creating more space in the body, more space in the mind, just by lengthening and filling up. And on every single exhale, we soften into that space, letting go of some of the tension we'll find. All right, inhale, bring your hands together above your head, press them together firmly, lift them a little higher. Exhale, dive in, lead with the heart, keep pressing through the feet, engage your core, draw the belly in and up so you can fold a little deeper as you empty every last drop. Inhale, lift up halfway. Find length in your spine as you shine the heart forward and roll the shoulders back. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step back to plank pose. I know I got a funky angle here because I had to plug my computer in because I thought it was charging. It wasn't. That's better. All right, so we're in plank pose. We're pressing into the hands. Everything's about the same height. So your booty's not sagging down and it's not pressing up in the air. It's about parallel to the shoulders and everything else. The back of your neck is long. Root into the fingers and knuckles more and feel how that takes a little of the pressure off your wrists. All right, now walk or slide the feet back to lower the elbows down, stacking the shoulders right over the elbows. Back of the neck is still long. See if you can soften through the shoulders and the traps here. Find your breath. Slowly lower the belly down, untuck the toes. Okay, now just reach your hands forward, not all the way out to straight, but reach them forward enough. And then lift your feet up. Keep your feet and your hands the same distance apart, about the same distance as your hips. Now reach back through the toes to lengthen and then lift the feet a little higher. Breathe into your low back. See if you can keep lengthening and lifting, but softening through the glutes and the low back. If you feel all right here, lift your arms up too. Reach forward more, but keep your shoulders soft and drawing back into their sockets. One more time, we lengthen and we lift and we lower back down. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Press it back to child's pose. Let your forehead rest on the mat. Slow your breath way down. See how long you can make this breath last. When you're ready, slowly come on up to your first downward facing dog. Take your time. Maybe this is a bit better right here. Yeah, I think so. All right, you can pedal it out or sway the hips if you need to. Let your head be heavy. Let your breath be deep. And see if you can soften the shoulders out of the ears. Shake the head a little bit. Now slowly walk your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale to lift up halfway and exhale to fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, press into the feet, come all the way up to standing. Find a little backward bend at the top. Exhale, hands to heart. And then hands down by your sides. We'll start to move one breath per move. Use your whole inhale to bring the hands together overhead. Pause between your breath to press the hands together and lift a little higher. Use your whole exhale to swan dive. Core is engaged. Belly draws in and up. Fold a little deeper. Inhale lifts you halfway and fills you all the way. Hold on to it. Take one more sip. Lengthen the spine. Step the right foot back on the exhale. Inhale, lift the arms up. Fill your body up with this breath, with this moment. Exhale, lower the hands. Step back to plank and hold. Find this nice long line of energy. Find your strength here. Walk or slide the feet back to lower the elbows down. Keep the back of the neck long, but soft. Start to rock forward and back. Pull the belly in. Slowly lower the belly, untuck the toes. And now just slowly start to lift the elbows up. And then start to press into the hands to broaden the collarbone. Start to lift the chin a little bit, maybe reaching it up towards the ceiling. Press down through the feet, but try to soften through the glutes and the low back. Find your breath. Maybe you reach up through the chin, really opening the throat. And slowly come back down. Hands under shoulders, press back, child's pose. And then lift it right up, downward facing dog. Take your time. Press into your fingers and knuckles. Shake your head a little bit. Sink into your heels. Hold on to this breath. Inhale, lift the right foot up high. Come up high on your tippy toes. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Step it all the way through. Exhale, lower the left knee down. Inhale, rise up, fill up. Exhale, lower the hands, step the left foot forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. When you're completely empty, inhale, reverse swan dive, press into the feet, come all the way up. Find a little bigger backward bend. Exhale, hands to heart. And hands down by your sides. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, swan dive. Take your time. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, step back to plank. We're not going to go through any chaturangas today, but if you want to add any vinyasas, go right ahead. We're just going to exhale right back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left foot, come up on the toes. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower the hands, step it forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Now let your breath be your guide. When you're completely empty, inhale, reverse swan dive. Come all the way up, find a backward bend. Exhale, hands to heart, hands lower down by your sides. Inhale, rise up with the hands. Exhale, swan dive, lengthen all the way down. Inhale, lift you halfway up. Exhale, step the right foot back, lower the right knee down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, step it back to plank. And inhale back, downward facing dog. Unless you want to add that vinyasa, feel free, go right ahead. Inhale, lift the left foot up high. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Lower down, inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower hands, step it forward. What the hell, my ringer's off. Why is my phone ringing? All right, keep moving, one breath per move. We'll go through that one more time, starting with the right foot this time. Do not disturb us on as well. We'll all meet back at the top of the mat. Take your time getting there. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murakaye. All right, when you get to the top of the mat, again, place the feet really consciously. Spread the toes. Press the feet down. Inhale, grow a little taller. Exhale, grow visibly softer. All right, bring your hands onto your hips. Press the left foot down as you lift the right knee as high as you can. And then straighten the right leg out. Point the toe and try to lift a little higher. Pull the belly in. Find your breath. Keep rooting down into the left foot to lift the right foot a little higher. And bring the right leg out to the side. Try to keep your hips facing forward. Lift the toes a little bit more, pointing them out. And then bring that foot in against the thigh like tree pose. Or maybe your right toes need to stay touching the ground like a little kickstand for balance. Bring your hands to your heart. Now feel that rooting to rise as your left foot presses down and your left quad lifts up. You grow a little taller. Exhale helps you grow a little softer. Scoop the hips forward a little. Let the knee fall back. If you want to challenge your balance, you can reach up or look up or sway in the wind a little bit. Stay with this breath. Keep that diffused gaze down the nose at something that's not moving. Find that awareness. Find that stillness. Bring the hands to the hips. Straighten the leg back out to the side. Lift it up high. Bring it back out front. Lift it up a little higher. And then slowly we'll set the right foot outside the left foot so your pinky toes can touch. And then we'll inhale, arms come up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, shake the head a little bit. You can stay right here if this is enough, or you can walk it over to the left for a couple breaths. Make sure you're softening to the shoulders, the neck, the head, anywhere you can on the exhale. Maybe you walk it over to the right too. Slowly come back to center and then place that right foot back where it belongs. And then spread your feet as wide as your hips. If you have a block, go ahead and grab it. If not, hold your pretend block or whatever you're holding here. All right, now lower your booty till it's the same height as your knees. Actually, I have a block. Yes. Okay, so everything's parallel to the ground right here. Your thighs and your arms, you're reaching the block forward and you're squeezing the block. Exhale, come to standing, bring the block to your heart. Inhale, lift the block up, keep squeezing it, keep softening the shoulders down. Exhale, bring it back to the heart. Inhale, bend the knees, reach the block forward. Exhale, fold, press the block into the ground to lift the hips a little higher. Inhale, bend the knees, reach it forward, squeeze the block. Exhale, block to heart, soften through the shoulders. Keep the shoulders soft as you inhale, lift it up, fill up. Exhale, back to the heart. Inhale, bend the knees, reach it forward, pull the belly in. Exhale, fold. We'll do that one more time, okay? Bend the knees, reach it forward. Inhale, block to heart. Actually, that was exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, block to heart. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, fold. Set the block down and slowly round up. Arms and head stay heavy. All right, set your feet a little closer. Press the right foot down, lift the left knee up high. High as you can, straighten the leg, point the toe, lift a little higher. Find your breath. Then bring that leg out to the side. Try to keep your hips facing forward. Don't kick your plants. Lift a little higher. And then come into that tree pose. Pressing the foot into the thigh and the thigh back into the foot. Bring your hands to your heart. Scoop your hips forward, let the knee fall back. Now feel that rooting to rise. Finding length on the inhale, softness on the exhale, maybe challenging the balance. So looking up or reaching up or even closing the eyes. Keep your shoulders soft. Stay with this breath. All right, hands to the hips, leg straightens back out to the side, lift a little higher. Leg comes back to the front, lift a little higher. And set that foot outside the other so your pinky toes can touch. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Stay right here. Take a little walk over to the right. Shake your head. Make sure it's heavy. We hold so much tension in our head and neck. Let it hang. Let it decompress here, okay? Maybe take a little walk over to the left. See if you can really use your discipline to not miss one chance, to make each and every breath really count. Come back to center, set the left foot back where it belongs. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Slowly round up, arms and head heavy. Inhale, arms up overhead. Squeeze the palms together, lift everything up. Exhale, hands to heart. Soften the shoulders, lower the hands, empty all the way. Keep the shoulders softening down the back. As you inhale, reach out, lengthen up, take your time. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step back to plank. Find this nice long line of energy. Find your strength, find your stillness. Walk or slide the feet back, lower the forearms down. Forearm plank. Now turn and twist, kiss the mat with the right hip. Inhale back through center. Exhale, left hip. Moving at your own pace here. Whenever you've had enough, just lower your belly to the ground, but stay up on your elbows. All right, lower down to the belly, untuck the toes. Shake out a little bit so you're not pressing your hips into the mat here. Softening through the glutes. Now reach your hands forward, not all the way straight, but enough. Lift the feet. Reach back through the toes. Lift the legs a little higher. If it feels okay, lift the arms too. Now imagine you're being measured from your fingertips to your toes and really reach in both directions. Keep the shoulders and the face soft. Now lower the right hand and the left foot down. Keep lengthening and lifting through the right toes, through the left fingers. And then reach around and grab that right foot if you can. And then kick up into the hand. Pressing down into the right hand and the left foot, unless you want to try to lift those up too. If you can't keep your core active with that right hand and left foot lifted, keep them grounded down. Slowly release the right toes down, the left arm down. And then lift the feet up again. Lift the hands up again. And now lower the right foot and the left hand down. Lengthen out from your right fingertips to your left toes. Reach back, try to grab the foot, kick up into the hand. If you want, you can try lifting that foot and hand up. But if the core doesn't remain active, keep them grounded. Find your breath. Slowly release. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Now keep your elbows hugging in. Curl your toes under. Lift your knees and quads up. Keep your weight forward in your hands. It'll make it easier to press up into plank from there. All right, press up to plank and then lift it right up, downward facing dog. I'm not doing any of those today or any chaturangas. I have a weird shoulder thing going on. But like I said, if you want to add any vinyasas, feel free to add them, okay? Settle into your downward facing dog here for a couple of breaths. And now inhale, lift the right foot up high, come up on your tippy toes. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, step it through, crescent lunge. Stack your knee right over your ankle. Inhale, arms up, stack your shoulders right over your hips. Now sink in more. Try to get the hips facing forward. Actually, get the hips facing forward. In some poses, it's hard to, when that heel's down, maybe you can't get the hips facing all the way forward, but when all your toes are facing forward, you should definitely be able to get both your hips facing forward. All right, maybe you can get the right thigh parallel to the ground. So the left leg is pretty straight. If you have low back issues, you might put a little bend in that left knee. Otherwise, that leg's pretty activated. Low belly's drawing in and up, heart is lifted, reach up out of the waist. Maybe hands come together and you gaze up at the thumbs. Soften the shoulders down the back. Stay with this breath. All right, inhale here, exhale, we take flight, arms sweep down, we kick off the back leg and lift it till it's parallel to the ground. Inhale, we come back into that crescent lunge, bending the right knee a lot. Exhale, take flight, everything parallel to the ground. Inhale, sink back in. Bend the right knee more. It'll help with balance. Exhale, take flight. 2 more times. Inhale, sink it back in. Exhale, lift it up. 1 more time. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, take flight. Stay here. Bring your hands to your heart. Point your toes down at the ground and slightly in. Level the hips out. Then slowly come to standing. Bring the left knee with you. Lift it up high. And then cross it over to the right. Maybe your toes can wrap around your calf. Then bring the knees right back to the center line, facing forward. And sink in a little bit by softening that standing ankle and standing knee. Reach the arms out to the sides and then sweep the left arm under the right. See if you can get your palms to touch here. If not, just grab whatever you can. Draw the elbows out and up. Soften the shoulders down the back. Pull the belly in. Slowly come to standing. Lift the left knee high. Keep your eagle arms. Hinge forward. Shoot that leg back. Step it back to plank. Bend the right knee a lot. Find a little backward bend. Lifting the arms. Lifting the gaze. And then turn and twist it. Hook those elbows outside the right knee. Keep pressing the right knee forward for balance. Keep drawing the left heel straight back. Now open the arms up. Left arm reaches down. Right arm reaches up. Try to stack the shoulders. As you roll the right shoulder back more, gaze up at the right hand. Soften the shoulders out of the ears. We're going to come all the way up to reverse it. So keep the deep bend in the right knee. Right hand finds left thigh. Left hand reaches up. Then we open it up, warrior two. Left heel spins out and down. Right knee bends the lot. Gaze out over the right fingertips. Soften through the shoulders. Find your breath. Inhale, reverse it. Left hand to left thigh. Right hand reaches up. Exhale, cartwheel hands down. Come up on the back toes. Then walk the hands over to the left. Come to a wide leg forward fold. Turn the toes in a little bit. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Walk your hands back between your legs. Fingers pointing back away from you. And start to pull your head down towards the mat. Tipping some weight into the balls of the feet. Maybe your legs start to straighten and you're lifting the quads up off the knees. Well, can you soften on this exhale? Can you hold on to this breath just a little bit longer? Slowly bring your hands back onto your shoulders. Then walk them over to the right foot. Turn all your toes to face forward. Step it back to plank. Walk or slide the feet back. Forearm plank. Back of the neck stays long but soft. Shoulders are soft. Bring the right knee to the right elbow and shoot it back. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, shoot it back. Going at your own pace with your own breath. Whenever you've had enough, lower your belly down, but keep your elbows on the ground. All right, lower the belly, untuck the toes. Find your breath. Okay, so activate your hands and your arms to pull the belly button and the heart forward. Broaden the collarbone. Get the chin parallel to the ground. Then roll the shoulders back and then soften the shoulders. Soften the back, soften the glutes. Not pressing the feet or the hips into the mat now. Really softening. The only thing engaged is those hands and arms to pull things forward to find some length in the spine. Now we move really, really slowly. Start to gaze over towards the right shoulder and then past it if you can. Gaze all the way back towards the feet. Maybe even past them if you can. Keep that engagement of the hands pulling the belly button and heart forward. And keep that continuous softening, letting go of any tension you find. Slowly come back to center. And then let the head fall heavy. Really feel the weight of it here. Maybe moving it a little bit side to side feels good. Come back to center, chin is parallel. Re-engage, pulling things forward, broadening the collarbone like a big smile. Soften shoulders, slowly, slowly gaze towards the left shoulder and beyond. All the way back towards the feet, maybe even beyond. Keep softening. Breathe into that space where you feel this. And then soften there. Slowly come back to center. Let your head fall heavy. And then look up and reach up through the chin and jut those bottom teeth out in front to really open things up here. One more time, head falls heavy. Maybe you move it side to side. All right, bring the hands back under the shoulders. Keep the elbows hugging in. Curl the toes. Lift the knees and quads. Rock the weight forward. Press up to plank. And then lift up, downward facing dog. Settle in here for a couple of breaths. Let the inhale lift your left foot high. Come up on the toes. Exhale draws the knee all the way to the nose. Step it through, crescent lunge. Stack knee over ankle, shoulders over hips. Maybe left thigh gets parallel to the ground. Hips are facing forward. Draw the belly in and up. Reach up. Maybe hands come together. You gaze at the thumbs. Soften the shoulders down. Steady your gaze. Soften your gaze. Inhale here. Exhale, take flight. Kick off that back leg. Inhale, sink back in. Bend the knee a lot. Exhale, kick off that back leg. Get everything parallel to the ground. Inhale, sink back in. Exhale, take flight. We'll do it 2 more times. Last one. Inhale, fill up. Take 1 more sip. Exhale, take flight. With the toes down and slightly in, bring your hands to your heart. Find your breath. Slowly come to standing. Bring the right knee with you. Lift it up high. Cross it over. Maybe the toes wrap on this side. Bring the knees back to center. Sink in a little bit. Arms out to the sides. Right arm under left now. Maybe palms touch. Elbows out and up. Belly in. Upper body back. Tuck the chin just a little to lengthen the back of the neck. Soften something. Let something go. Slowly come up. Lift the knee high. Hinge forward. Shift that leg back. Step it back. Crescent lunge with a twist. Bend the left knee. Find a little backward bend. And then turn and twist. Hook those elbows outside the left knee. Bend the left knee more. Then open the arms up. Right hand reaches down. Left hand reaches up. Roll the left shoulder back. Soften through the shoulders. Keep the deep bend in the knee as you come up. Reverse crescent. Left hand finds right thigh. And then open it up. Warrior 2. Right heel spins out and down. Left knee presses forward. Relax your shoulders. Find your breath. Inhale, reverse it. Exhale, cartwheel hands down, come up on the back toes. Walk the hands over to the right, wide leg forward fold. Turn the toes in a little bit. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Now this time you can either reach around and step on all 10 fingers right in the middle of the foot, or you can grab your big toes with your peace sign fingers and pull your head down towards the ground. Softly draw your shoulders out of the ears. If you feel like going upside down, then just bring your hands to the ground. If you can get your head all the way to the ground and start to slowly lift your heels up, feel free to go up. If your head's a long ways from the ground, take a wider step. Stay with your breath. Slowly bring your hands back under your shoulders. Walk them over to the left foot. Turn all your toes to face forward. Step it back to plank. Hold here. Bring your right knee to your right elbow or right armpit. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, left knee, left armpit. Root into your fingers and knuckles to protect the wrists and keep going at your own pace. Whenever you've had enough, we're just going to find a child's pose. All right, see if you can keep your knees together. If you can get your forehead resting with your knees together, do that. If you need to spread your knees to get your forehead to rest, then do that. Okay, slow your breath way down. Come back to that heightened sense of awareness. Notice that just by being conscious of the breath, choosing to hold on to each breath a little bit longer, choosing to be present, choosing to be right here in this moment. And it's only when you're right here in this moment that the yoga can do its magic. When we get out of the head and get out of the way, this ancient sacred wisdom can move through our bodies and open all these channels, all these conduits where sometimes we get a little stuck. So See if you can commit to thinking a little less and feeling a little more for our last 20 minutes together today. Just finding this softness. Maybe if someone saw you, they'd say you looked sleepy or stoned, but just finding this softness in your face, in your heart. Okay, we're gonna take a couple minutes to work on arm balance or inversion, really just to drain the blood out of our feet and legs. So if you don't have an arm balance or inversion you're working on, you can just straighten your legs up towards the ceiling. And you can do this against a wall if you want. Slide your booty all the way over to a wall and see if you can actually become aware of the blood draining out of your feet and your legs. If you want, I can show you a way to get into headstand if you want to try that. But if you already have something you're doing, feel free to get right into it. Okay, so you can try the headstand a couple different ways. You can interlace your fingers, making a little cradle for the back of your head. It's the very top of your head that touches the mat. Or you can also try just bringing your hands to the ground, making a triangle with your head in your hands. If you're doing it this way, your elbows will point straight up, not out to the sides. You're making this 90 degrees. And then you'll curl the toes, lift the knees, walk the feet as close as you can. And then you'll see if you can just lift from your core slowly up. If you can't, work on that for a little bit because that'll start building that core strength. But if you want to go up but you can't lift from there, you can try putting your knees on your elbows and lifting from there. If you still can't get up and you want to kick up, then you should probably move yourself over to a wall for support. And then if you want to, you can kick up. See if you can stay with your breath. See if you can feel the blood draining out of your feet and your legs. Done, we're going to slowly come back to our mat and we're going to come back onto our belly. We're going to reach the arms forward, soften the shoulders, lift the feet, reach back through the toes, lift the feet a little higher, lift the arms up too. One more chance to lengthen and lift. Now we're going to reach back and grab both the ankles from the outside right on the ankle bones and then kick up into the hands. Start to look up a little bit. Soften through the shoulders, kick up and back. Find your breath. Slowly release. Now we're going to release the legs down, straighten the right arm all the way out to the side, palm face down. Plant your right ear all the way down flat like a suction cup. Plant the left hand in front of the face, elbow point straight up at the ceiling. And then roll to your right side. Place the left foot flat on the ground somewhere behind that knee. And start to open the shoulder up here. Use your breath to keep softening into this. Let something go here. Slowly roll back onto the belly, bring the right arm back in, extend the left arm out, plant the left ear all the way down, plant the right hand in front of the face, elbow point straight up, roll to the left side, right foot comes flat. Opening that left shoulder. If you need more, reach the right arm up or even tuck that right hand behind the back or even reach the right hand all the way out towards the left hand, maybe interlacing your fingers. Keep dropping that right knee and right shoulder back a little more if you want more. Keep softening here. Let something go. Slowly release, come back onto the belly, bring the left arm back in. we're just gonna roll right over onto our backs. Bring your feet flat on the ground. Reach your fingers down to line those heels up with the sit bones. Press into the feet and lift the hips up. Lift the hips a little higher and then grab your opposite elbows below you and then lower yourself back down using the weight here to open the shoulders even more. You might need to readjust where your grip is, where you're grabbing the elbows, but you might find a place where this feels really good, using your weight to open things up a little bit here. Relax your shoulders, tuck your chin a little, find your breath. Notice which hand is on top, because we're going to switch that grip in just a second. Let something go first. Slowly lift the hips back up, switch the grip, and lower back down. All right, lift the hips, release the arms. Try to get the shoulders underneath the body here by rocking side to side a little bit. Maybe you can interlace the fingers underneath of there. Maybe you can even glue the palms together. Press into the feet, lift the hips. Try to keep your knees stacked right over the ankles so they're not splaying out or in. So you're lifting the hips and you're lifting the chest up towards the chin, but the chin's not reaching towards the chest. It's reaching just the tiniest bit up towards the ceiling. See where you can soften here and then roll up onto your tippy toes, lift everything up one more time, and then slowly lower down. Feel one vertebrae at a time, lower back down. Hug your knees into your chest. All right, we'll do that one more time. Lower the feet back down, lining those heels up with the sit bones. Press into the feet, lift the hips. If you'd rather do full wheel, you can bring your hands back by your ears, fingers pointing back towards your feet, and lift all the way up into full wheel. Find your breath. Maybe you roll up onto the tippy toes here, lift everything up one more time. And then slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. If you were all the way up, tuck your chin first. Hug your knees into your chest. Now find a happy baby. Grab the outside edges of your feet. Tuck your chin a little bit. Pull the feet straight down towards the knees, towards the ground. Now try to get your lower vertebrae and your booty on the ground. Maybe it feels good to rock side to side a little bit here. Maybe you can massage out some tension in your low back here. All right, now bring the soles of the feet together. See if you can keep a hold of the feet. See if you can press the feet together and draw the knees back away from you a little bit. Tuck the chin a little, relax the shoulders, find your breath. And now release, just hug the knees into the chest. All right, we're gonna roll it back into a plow pose just for a couple breaths. See if you can get the toes to touch the ground behind your head. You can keep your hands on your low back for support, or you can try to interlace your fingers back behind you. Relax through the head and the neck. Try not to let your breath be restricted. Now press your palms down, use them as the brakes. Really slowly, one vertebrae at a time, lowers back down to the ground. Slowly lower your legs all the way down. And then hug your knees into your chest. Cross your right knee over your left. Cactus the arms. Shift your hips to the right and lower the knees to the left. Maybe your toes wrap all the way around that calf. Gaze out over the right hand. Relax your shoulders. Let's see how long you can hold on to this breath. Let something go here. Slowly come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Then cross your left knee over your right. Cactus the arms. Shift the hips to the left. Lower the knees to the right. Maybe the toes wrap around the calf. Gaze out over the left hand. Relax your shoulders. See if you can make this inhale last for 5, maybe even 6, 7, 8 count. Make the exhale last just as long. Feel this continuous softening, this letting go. Slowly come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest one last time. And then let your legs go long on the mat. Spread your feet as wide as the mat. Let your toes fall open. Tuck your chin just a little bit to lengthen through the back of the neck. Close your eyes. And now, instead of being aware of anything outside of you, bring all of your awareness to that inner body sensation. See if you can keep this focus, but also imagine looking up into the night sky, the starriest night you've ever seen, at this big bright sky. But imagine that instead of each shiny object being what makes this sight so breathtaking, that it's the space, the vast, infinite space, the depth you're looking at here. See if you can become that space, or imagine that that same depth exists within you. And try to feel this spaciousness while remaining aware of that inner body sensation. Now imagine that without any effort at all, without having to try to let go of that tension in the shoulders with every exhale, imagine that it's just happening. If you can stay in this place of awareness, you're just allowing this to happen, allowing the wisdom of yoga to help you unravel some of this tension, some of this programming. See if there's any more space to settle into. Invite a deeper breath back into the body. Let it fill you all the way up from the inside out. Take as much air as you can. And imagine that sense of awareness coming back with this breath. Start to bring a little movement into your fingers and into your toes. And when you're ready, roll over onto either side. And take a moment to set your intention here. Instead of looking at this as the end of your practice, look at this as just the beginning. This was just to get you in this space. Now, the real practice is seeing how long you can stay in this place of awareness, staying present, staying with your breath. Continue softening through the face and the shoulders. Continue choosing with every moment and every breath to let go of some of this tension instead of hold on to it. When you're ready, slowly drag yourself back up. Let your head be heavy and your eyes stay closed as you come back to a seat. Bring your hands onto your knees. Open your eyes just a little bit. Find that heightened sense of awareness around you. And commit now for the next couple hours or maybe the rest of the day to thinking a little less and feeling a little more, trusting the universe, trusting the intelligence of your body. Inhale the arms up one more time. Squeeze the palms together, lift everything high. Exhale, hands to heart. Let the head bow to the wisdom of the heart. Then lift the thumbs up to the space above the eyebrows and take a moment to thank yourself for showing up. The light and dark in me honors and sees the light and dark in you. We are in that place. We are one. We are everything. Namaste. Thank you.